That's why the president of the Belize Tourism Industry Association says he's opposed to having 3 ports for Belize. And while he favors Port Coral, he doesn't think the Causeway is a necessity. He explained his views to us today.
BTIA does not have an official position on this cruise port issue. From a personal point of view and from a business person's point of view, it cannot make sense to have 3 major cruise ports in one relatively small cruise destination. That is clear. If you had that, it's going to be a race to the bottom, and you're going to have a total distortion in the tourism industry. Okay, so let us be clear on that. It would seem logically that since State Bank has such a head start and everyone else, and it seems like a pretty viable project. I'm not talking about the Causeway now. That's another story. But as a cruise port, I think it looks good. I think it's the right size for the country. It would kind of make sense that really that's all we need right now. This is not to say that the other proposals are not viable in the absence of a large number of competing cruise ports. But I think the realities are that State Bank is going to satisfy the needs of the industry very well. I do not see the need to have a causeway to Belize City. It's just not making sense to me. The thing about State Bank is the problem that the cruise industry have, or that the cruise lines have with a tendering situation. The main problem is that in any kind of baddish weather, it's very difficult for people, particularly elderly people, to go from a cruise ship that's bobbing up and down onto a cruise tender that is also bobbing up and down and not necessarily in sync. It's a cumbersome process. It's a dangerous process. What State Bank offers without the causeway is that the boats will be berthed at State Bank. So that danger and that time consumption of going from one bobbing ship to another bobbing ship, State Bank eliminates that negative aspect. So if the tourists are going inland from State Bank, they get on a tender in safety and they arrive at Fort Street in safety. So that the worst part of tendering is eliminated. Plus, the advantage of being at State Bank is if there is marine tourism that they're going to do, well, then they're already out at an island very close to where snorkeling, diving, being on a beach is going to be.